myself. He don't boss not to cast like that.
You're listening to the sound
of Lagos.
Mainland FM 98.3.
Thank you for standing by. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Yes, it is time for Mainland Focus. Time check right now is 8:41 a.m. This is the part where we get to pick one or two or more major trending stories, flesh things out a bit, and then open up the phone line for you, our dear listener, to be a part of the conversation. My name still remains Omobola Sandra, and I'll be having Saheed Fuhad joining in as well. We will be looking at two major stories this morning. One taken from New Telegraph, where we have this headline here that says Nigeria needs new and indigenous constitution, coming from Mike Ozekome, one of the counsel to the People's Democratic Party. Now, we're also going to be looking at the federal government telling discos, that's distribution companies, to set up customer centers. Those are the two focal points that we will be looking at. We'll start, of course, with Mike Ozekome's statement here, because that's what is the hot topic at this time now. So, Counsel to People's Democratic Party, PDP, at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, Mike Ozekome, has said that Nigeria needs an indigenous and autonomous constitution that will enjoy the acceptability and respectability of the people. According to him, the 1999 constitution foisted and imposed on the people by the military will lead the country nowhere, insisting that what Nigerians want is a sovereign constitution debated and developed by Nigerians. He's saying that Nigerians should be the one to debate and get themselves a new constitution, and not the one that was foisted by the military through Decree 24. So let's have a conversation around that particular one. Because Fuhad keeps saying that the issue is not even just our politicians. The fact is that the system itself is not even making things any easy for themselves a new constitution. And also, what areas of the 1999 constitution do you see as problematic? What do you also think about having electoral reforms, addressing gray areas in our elections in the constitution? And how do you think we can truly get the people's constitution? Is it, maybe they set up an email, or I don't know, it has to be tech, because millions, hundreds of millions of people coming together. Well, that's still debatable. Agree, or do you agree with Mike Ozekome? What areas of the 1999 constitution do you see as problematic? What do you also think about having electoral reforms, and how do you think we can truly get the people's constitution? All right. That is the first focal point. Then the second one is discos be mandated to set up customer service desk. Do you agree to discos setting up customer service desk? Do you think that will help in quick resolutions of customer complaints? Especially, the issue of, I was told to pay for transformer. We were told to contribute money for wires, before we can have light. I was told to pay for what's the other one that they were paying for again that we are not supposed to pay for? But they said we are not supposed to pay for. It's supposed to be the, responsibility of the disco. But then you'll have a lot of people, just because they want to have power, they go out of their way. They have to buy these things by themselves. All right. So do you agree that discos should be mandated to set up customer service desk? I'll just leave that at that. Fuad, your thoughts?
All right. Well, on the issue of having the People's Constitution, I think it's a very big one, and it's not as easy as is being said. If you understand the complexities around having to think out with our constitution, jettisoning the entire 1999 constitution to have what you can call the People's Constitution. We've made attempts in the past. There was a constitutional conference during the Obasanjo era that led us nowhere. Whatever was agreed on at that time, because of political interests and all of that, nothing happened with that, and millions of naira was spent, if not billions, to put people together to appear at that constitutional conference. A second attempt was made during Goodluck Jonathan. and people were paid heavily, representatives of the people, and eventually all of the resolutions led nowhere because you had the National Assembly mandated by the Constitution to tinker with the Constitution. So whatever you are doing with the Constitutional Conference without the mandate of the National Assembly leads us nowhere. So it's not as easy because it now means that for us to have a brand new constitution, because what we have been doing is that you have the National Assembly reviewing the constitution, just changing it, making little amendments here and there. They keep amending sections of the constitution. But for us to have a completely new constitution, Sandra, it's not going to come easy. If you look at the diversity, the political interest, religious interest, ethnic interest, that will come into us having a brand new constitution. Some of the issues that will even be raised, we may not resolve it in the next 10 years. Deep divergent opinions and all of that. So I think what we are left with is to now look at the National Assembly, to begin to look at gray areas within the constitution to amend, to fit into our peculiarities and make our lives better. But if we are going to go into the idea of, a new constitution and all that, how does it start? Where do we start from? Who's going to build the cat? Will these divergent opinions allow us to have that kind of constitution? Nigeria is a very complex nation, Sandra. So I agree that we need a brand new constitution that is the constitution of the people. But who is going to build the cat? The process is not that easy. The procedure is going to be cumbersome. How do we pitch that against the National Assembly that is constitutionally mandated to do the job of reviewing and amending our constitution? So a lot of issues go into that. But I agree that the 1999 constitution is not the best for us. There's a lot of loopholes in that constitution. There are a lot of inconsistencies in that constitution. And it has given room for a lot of technicalities and, so again, it was foisted on us. I agree by the military. It's not our wish. And so it was just a number of persons who sat down together, maybe some lawyers, using. So you find that there are a lot of inconsistencies in that particular constitution. And the same thing is rubbing off on our electoral process. You see that, we keep trying to amend the Electoral Act, but a lot of times you find that some of the things in the Electoral Act even goes against the dictates of the Constitution, so many inconsistencies. And that's what we are even seeing with the tribunals now, on a lot of things. So we need to really sit down as a people to come up with our constitution. But the big question is, how would that happen? Who's going to build the cat? Looking at the political interest and diversity we have in the National Assembly and generally in Nigeria. So a very big call from Mike Ezekwueme. If you ask him to give suggestions on how that can happen, I'm sure he's going to struggle to give a suggestion on how what he has said can happen. I know he's going to struggle. He knows he is going to struggle, really. And look, from what he said there, did he give a suggestion on how that can happen? He didn't. He just said we need it. How we're going to get that done is a big issue, Sandra. And then for the customer services, I agree. If telecoms guys can have customer service because their customer service is so disorganized, it's almost non-existent. They resolve no problem. You call them that your transformer has issues. They tell you that for 4 or 5 days nobody comes to attend to you. Look, I've seen a community that bought their own transformer. To even call these people to come and connect became a problem. You still have to pay them to come. So the power sector is being run. It's even far worse than when we had NEPA. I'm telling you. One would think that privatization is to bring standards. It's supposed to change the narrative and make it more, but what you have is even far worse than when it was being handled by government. I'm telling you, people are still buying transformers. They are still, you load your car, there's a problem, there's nobody to call, there's no resolution desk anywhere. So I agree that, look, you can't run a business without a customer service desk, especially when it's about providing essential service to the people. So again, they've given them to January next year for them to activate their customer service desk. So wait to see what happens with that.
Thank you very much, Said Fuhad. Well, those are the two major focal points that we're looking at this morning. I just mentioned we're looking at Mike Ezekwueme's call for a new constitution that is debated by Nigerians themselves, and and also just let's let go of the old one. That's just basically what he's saying. Saying that the truth is that the amendment is a journey to no constitution. We should discard the 1999 one and pave a way for a new one. But then, do you agree with Michael Ezekwueme that the constitution of the country needs to be a one by the people, for the people, should be allowed to debate the constitution? What areas of the 1999 constitution do you see as problematic? What do you also think about having electoral reforms? How do you think we can truly get the people's constitution? And the second focal point, DISCO's mandated to set up customer service desks. Do you agree? And do you think this will help in quick resolutions of customer complaints? The number to call is 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. All right. And you have just 2 minutes, by the way. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in the live chat section as well. And we will take the comments live here at Mainland 98.3 FM on YouTube and on Facebook. Drop your comments there. We'll take it. We can take WhatsApp messages on 0913-6000-430. It's different from the call-in line. All right, please. For WhatsApp and text messages is 0913-6000-430. That is the number to send your messages to. So let's have a conversation about this. Let's move forward, and let's please try to stay clean with the language. Very, very important. And you have just 2 minutes. Let's stick within that 2 minutes time frame. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Sandra. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friend Fuad.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, this is Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Maryland. Yes, on the issues, the 2 issues we are focusing on this morning. My take on the first one, issue of constitutional amendment. Well, it's just because maybe it is Barrister Sᴏᴜ that is saying it.
You have always said it too.
Yeah, we have been saying it that I know I have called not only on this station and on that station that that constitution should be buried. We have to agree that it is not a people's-oriented constitution, because if you look at it, 1999, you say we the people of this country came together. I didn't know, I was not there. Unless you went. He said we came together and gave ourselves this constitution, which is it is a fraud on the part of Abdul Salami committee that wrote the constitution. You know, I agree with the Barrister Sᴏᴜ that it is not a people's-oriented system, but he used his own word, and with due respect, he said indigenous. You know, because the word indigenous means that that constitution is foreign. It is not foreign. It was made by Nigerian government. Yes. So I think as a son, he should, if I were him, I would retract that statement, you know, with all due respect to him.
All right.
Yes. What I suggest is that in order for us to make a brand new constitution, then we must have an interim government for at least 5 years or so to give a chance for the opportunity.
Barrister Oko, you and I know that is not going to happen. The constitution does not even know anything interim government. So
yes,
it's
that
not
is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. We have to go and bury the 1999 constitution first.
Thank
in
you,
the national cemetery.
All right.
Yes, we bury it.
It's okay.
Fuad and myself, I represent my state.
Okay.
We'll get one person.
Thank you very much, Barrister.
I said that even Michael Zekome said does not even have any subject on how to make it happen. It's very difficult.
It's all right. Please, let's stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's allotted to each caller. Would really, really appreciate that. Okay. So 0913-6000-410.
We've moved too far into the problem.
So there's no going back.
To go back easy. Honestly, we don't go far.
Let's move on. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Samuel, calling you from Ikeja. Am I on to Mainland FM?
Yes.
Yeah, Oga Fuad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, let me say something this morning concerning the topic we are discussing. This is my first time of calling this radio station.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Oga Fuad, there is one thing that I will not accept in this country. This blame game that we are blaming the military. I want to ask a question. How many years now that the military hand over this country to the civilian to civilian government?
24 years now.
24 years. So, and 24 years is not enough for us to amend whatever that we need to amend in that constitution. We are still blaming the military. That shows that we are not a serious country. To be sincere with you, that shows that we are not a serious country. How can you tell me that we are talking we have a democratically elected president. Since 1999, we are facing democracy. And all the necessary things that need to be amended in that constitution has not been amended. Whatever they want to do, it is all about the politician interest. Do you think that the military, hadn't been that the military did not give us this constitution, that maybe we were running democracy, do you think we will have a constitution with this kind of politician that we have in this country? Do you think we will have a constitution?
Okay.
Because everything that we are doing is all about interest. You understand? People just go there. They are sitting. Look at the electoral act now. Look at the judgment that they gave day before yesterday. Look at what happened. The judges are now telling us that the court that nobody can mandate the INEC to transmit the results electronic. Look at, is it not part of the technicality that they are using? Even those people that amend the electoral act, those are the things. And we are talking about military. Please, we should leave military alone, I beg. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate Mr. Samuel. You're welcome to Mainland 98.3 FM, 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning. Okay. Well, for those of us who will be dropping messages on our Facebook, we'll also enjoying you that you drop messages on our YouTube as well, as we are trying to resolve some tiny issues with our Facebook at the moment. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Mr. John.
Yes. So why are you belaboring yourself? You said it in the studio now that the ambiguities in the constitution favors in the electoral reforms favors the politicians. That's why they are not talking about it. You look at the lacuna, you look at the loopholes there that say that they are uploading whatever is at the discretion of INEC. And we spent billions of naira to purchase those machines. Why did they not carry out as at that time? But of course, the political terrain, the democratic experiment is that whoever I see that is smartest, the rigging,
all of them were waiting to benefit from it. Yes, now.
Yes, so yes, exactly. That is when they are not favored, they cry foul. That's just a good morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. John from Ogba. Yes, 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Chief Adeolu Obubanjo. Right. Good morning, sir. I must say that the Constitution that Michael Zekome, senior lawyer, is saying that we should review, I must tell you that it is only the military that can give us the Constitution. I'm sorry. That will not be contested. Now, unfortunately, since 24 years, we cannot do anything. There are political interests, there are religious interests, there are ethnic interests. So to amend Constitution by us civilians
it's a big problem.
It's going to be a tall order. I hope we can do it in the next 50 years, hopefully. However, the next stage is the discos. Unfortunately, they are running in a monopoly. Eco Disco is serving Lagos, Island and beyond, yes. And then Ikeja Disco is serving the mainland. That is, something that we should be thinking about. The telecom people, they have 4-5 active providers. These people are running monopolies in their areas, in the areas they are serving. I wonder why there is no customer care person that we can report to when we have issues. That shows the monopoly in the sector. And NERC and the federal government should ensure that they mandate them to have minimum of 10 each to start with, because to run a customer care center is not easy. So maybe every local government should have one at least, because they're running a monopoly and we have issues. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Thank you. God bless
Good morning.
you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate Chief Ajolu. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Dan calling from Isolo.
Dan.
Yeah, calling from Isolo.
Okay.
All right. So now, on the issue on ground, see, we don't have problem so much with the Constitution, although the Constitution has its own lacuna, and I think one of the major things that should be addressed in the Constitution is the issue of people going for tourism, health tourism.
Medical tourism.
There should be medical tourism. We should have laws that says the moment, like in the Ukraine, if you school abroad, you cannot be involved in politics. They know what they're doing. In Nigeria, look at the salary. Until you begin to make politics unattractive, pay politicians like civil servants, then nobody will want to go there. And anyone who's going there will know that he or she is going there to serve. Until we have all of these things adjusted. Look at the power sector. It is still being funded by government. They still pay them after being bought by their own cronies. You see, these are the things. If you ask me, yes, human problem, yes, but the constitution needs to be reviewed. Ozekhome is not talking nonsense. No, though I'm not a fan, but that is the truth. The constitution needs to be reviewed. Look at all of these politicians. The reason why the vice president said there are cabals that are not making this country work, and he knows they are stronger than he is. The reason is that they have the children of great politicians. Even the Buhari's child is in NNPC, so you expect them to go and sack people in NNPC? No, they won't. Those are the cabals he's talking about. But unfortunately, they are stronger than they are children of Obasanjo, children of past leaders. All of them still there in NNPC. Imagine, I saw a man on the TV yesterday. He was meant to be watching after the pipeline, and he was pointing at people and said, they said he should not touch some certain, he should not watch over some certain pipeline. Did you see that on the news yesterday? And I felt so bad. And the man who called himself the chairman of the whatever, the rep member, he said, no, I should not point at anybody. You see, because we are still hiding things. He now made a statement and spoiled the whole thing. He said, I feel there is a cartel. Oh, now you just know that there is a cartel, even you as a rep member. Why are we deceiving ourselves in this country? If there is enough, if we have concrete laws that says you steal government money and you go 50 years or you even die, just like we have in some countries, nobody wants to steal. So the constitution needs to be amended.
Thank you.
Rightly. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate. All right, let's take some messages from our WhatsApp platform. We have quite a number of messages there. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube. All right, please drop your comments there. We'll take the comments from the live chat section as well. Awolo Christopher from Shogunle. Yes, I agree with the SAN Mike Ozekhome. Total restructuring of the polity via constitutional review is the way forward. In the meantime, a leader who is sincere and one not encumbered by corruption is vital as a starting point. Thank you. I also have here, good morning, Odugbeso Kayode is my name. This set of politicians ruling us cannot and will not give us anything tangible because they are there for their own interests. If they are serious to amend the constitution, let them first of all reduce their salaries and allowances. They are the ones milking the nation. That is when I will believe in them. Okay. I also have good morning. My name is Omokupo Liberty. For me, Oga Mike has said it all. 1999 constitution is not for the people, but for the politicians who are benefiting from it and impoverishing the people. After all, Prophet Fela Anikulapo Kuti has said it all, how weak these people are. Okay. We also have Sandra and Fuad. Note that Michael Ozekhome is just a noisemaker on our constitution. As a lawyer, he can prepare a draft constitution. Only him by himself.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. As a lawyer, he can prepare a draft constitution.
Really?
Give the draft to his rep in the National Assembly.
Okay.
And his party, that is PDP, then he can then mobilize the CSOs to push for it at National Assembly. Don't mind
it's not as easy.
Akpagun Adinyo from Songwater.
Okay, he always has I think he's just being sarcastic. No, I think he's trying to just because he knows that he feels Ozekhome is just telling us. No, it's extremely difficult. Like the first caller or the second caller said, Sandra, to get politicians to sit down to amend our constitution. Look at what happened with local government autonomy. Just one aspect of the constitution. It ended in the trash bin of the politicians because of political interest.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. We also have, this is Gege Joshua from Ebute Meta. Good morning, Mainland FM. The main reason people always cry for constitutional amendment is just because it's not working for them or it does not favor them. I sincerely think the people should be allowed to vote for or against if there should be an entirely new constitution and the electoral laws for the country. We should also try to understand how difficult and expensive it is. That's another angle to it. All right. Good morning, Mr. Fuad and Sandra. I'm Pastor Sunday from Magboro in Ogun State. During the PMB administration, bandits brought down Air Force helicopter and nothing was done to stop it. Here we are again. Bandits at it again, and they are not hiding their activities. Oh no. Okay, so apologies. That's not today's message. Good morning to you, my amiable analysts, Mr. Fuad and Sandra. My name is Pastor Sunday from Magboro. I agree with Mike Ozekome that we, the people of Nigeria, need an indigenous constitution. The area the constitution should focus on is the conduct of elections and true federalism. The question I want to ask now, is it not good at this point in time to ask the INEC chairman to account for the money he spent on giving us election guidelines at Chatham House in London? The Court of Appeal told us that all that INEC chairman did was just a mere guidelines and not to be regarded as law. Thank you, Pastor Sunday. I appreciate it. It's all right. Well, there's a lot to take.
The law is a law, really, and it's beyond emotions and sentiments. It is what it is.
All right. Good morning, Sandra and Fohan. Having a new constitution is not impossible, but it will be extremely cumbersome, especially now that we are deeply polarized. We can maintain some level of amendment even in our electoral laws, but this must be handled by only refined minds without any bias. Nigeria can move forward for good, but we are not just ready and delusionally dodging real issues, and that's why we're still in this state. On the second issue, it is a good move if only reasonable minds will be employed or placed to handle that without pride and negligence. Damnola from Alaba. We'll take a break from messages now. Let's go back to the phone line, 0913 6410. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Sandra and Fuad, Engineer Nili from Yala.
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you. Well, like we are saying on the issue of constitution, in fact, if people want to, with this present, the issue of money laundering, that they said you can, when you commit it after 10, in the first place, section 137 said if you commit it, you are going to go for it. Section 145 also said that after 10 years, it's null and void.
It cannot be
all these things should be looked into. Law is law. There is never late. If you commit a crime, let the crime stay and let it be. Let no matter when somebody calls for it, you stand to be punished for that. And I want the present administration to look into referendum, that people will be involved in the governance. It is very germane. If they don't do that, like the civilized world, vote for people that will represent us sincerely and with the sincerity.
Good morning, Kawa. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Good morning, Kawa Kajima.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. On this issue of constitution, which is since the time of Obasanjo, they have been talking of this, military constitution. Come to Jonathan, come to Obasanjo. I mean, you understand? So is it to me? That is what is it another ordinary person that is going to make amendment for our constitution? No. You remember the last regime, Buhari regime, they set a committee for review this constitution. We never hear anything up to now. So is it like somebody said, maybe the thing is favoring them. It is when it doesn't favor them that they will be shouting. I mean, for something years we have left military rule, and then they are still talking of military constitution up to now. Oh my God! To me, I think it's a. I mean, even Esekome itself, they belong to Nigerian Bar Association. They belong to Nigerian Association. What effort? So that's why I said they are not all serious. They're just making noise. Well, I just want to say this to our president. Nigerians are suffering. We appeal to him in Yoruba language. They say, Obatoba Jeti Lito, Oruko Nipare, Obatoba Jeti Lito, hardship, Oruko Nipare. We have 4 years there. President Tinubu knows where the shoe is pitching us. So we should listen to ourselves. Look at what is happening in Unilag. They increase school fees. People are shouting. Inflation is everywhere. So we should listen to Nigeria, because whatever you do to us is going to be a record. Have a nice day.
And you too. Thank you very much, Alhaji Super. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Namura.
All right.
Yeah. Is the constitution with the problem of the people? We need to look at that. See, I'm a Christian, and my the Bible says the letter kills and the spirit gives life. I will interpret constitutions are written by people, and it will be interpreted by people. So it depends on the kind of interpretation I feel like giving to it. So the question is our only book, which is our constitution, the problem, or with the people? Have you forgotten the fact that the same politicians who are benefiting from these are the ones that will still write? And you think they will not write it in such a way to favor them? Okay, now look at the pre-election matters that were coming on board. Now, these guys knew that I can always have double nominations. So when one doesn't work, I fall back to the other. So they provided it in such a way that only my party has the right to tackle it.
And if they don't, that's empty.
You understand? So maybe the House of Assembly members are meant to fight the red. Well, right, they were making references, and in all their references, all the names you are mentioning were Nigerian names. They were never foreign names. So I don't think the constitution is a problem. It is we, the people. Everybody knows what is. Everybody knows what was is. But the moment you start bringing like what can be for tomorrow, and we all agree, then it stands and it binds. So I don't think it's a constitution. In my opinion, our constitution really does not have a problem. It's the people that is having the problem. Thank you, and have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. 0913-60410. That's the number to call to share your thoughts. We apparently are struggling with network issues on our Facebook page. Sincerely apologize. However, the YouTube seems stable. So you can drop your comments on the YouTube page. But then we have a few messages that had dropped before the network went off on Facebook. Very long read. So please permit me. Abdurrafiu Alakpe is saying, yes, indeed, I support the suggestion raised by Barrister Mike. Moreover, it is not a new motion. Some of us who are social commentators have been suggesting this kind of idea to the leaders for some time now. And look, not only the constitution we need to have, let's have our own way of governing ourselves. The entire current constitution should be thrown away, and let's have ours that you and I will have our own contribution. Don't forget, this kind of system of government we are operating on is a copy and paste system of government. Let's have our own way.
We didn't even paste well. We copied, but we just pasted wrongly.
Maybe we pasted like one side and then
we modeled the whole thing up.
Let's have our own way. That
the way they are practicing their own.
Since Disco and Customers Care Helpline, Sandra, this fresh air. Alaba